This video is the introduction to a 15 vs 15 clan battle. Including the two VIP who are being escorted by one side, that's 32 players on a single server battling it out. We'll be having multiple battles in the future, and they all happen within the context of a storyline which will evolve as the events change in the battles themselves. This first scenario begins with the clip that you just saw in the introduction. A chopper has been shot down above Chernarus, and two scientists carrying important information have survived. The clan TLA have got hold of these scientists first, and they plan to escort them to an extraction point. Meanwhile, the clan SG1 have found out about this, and they plan to kidnap the scientists and try to ransom them off for money. What you're watching now is TLA actually preparing for the battle. You can see the two scientists sitting in front with their yellow protective cases, which signifies that they're the scientists. I will actually be playing on the side of SG1. In the rest of this video, I'm going to outline the rules that we agreed on, and also the conditions, the layout of the battle, and I'll quickly cover some of the factors that will play into whether we win or lose. This all takes place in the northwest area of the map. TLA have to escort their VIPs from the Lopatino train station to the train station up near Gvozno. We, meaning SG1, have to capture the two scientists alive. If we happen to accidentally kill them, then we lose the mission. The VIPs can't stray any more than about 20 meters from the train tracks. However, the rest of the clan can move a pretty reasonable distance out, so they can come out and bring the fight to us if they choose to, but if they want the VIPs to move forward, they have to be within a few meters of them. The only condition that they have to fulfill to win is that they need to have one of their team members make it to the train station along with a VIP. Now here's a quick overview of the tactics we decided to use in SG1. Probably the most obvious and simple plan would be to just hit them head on with everything we have. The problem we had with that is that if a couple of them get through with one of the VIPs, then we're just going to be chasing them all the way down the track, and they're going to get to the train station. In that case, the whole thing would be over in the first couple of minutes, and we're just chasing them down until we lose. The plan we decided to go with was to split up into smaller groups. We'd have a few people closer to the track who would pin TLA down so that our snipers could try to take shots at them either from both sides or a single side of the track. If any of them survive the ambush, and if our snipers survive the ambush as well, they would all move up to the next ambush where it would all happen over again. So rather than trying to take them all out at once, we're going to whittle them down until there are only the VIPs left. Based on that rough idea, Thrak came up with some very specific plans and put people in particular places depending on how they wanted to play and what their skills were. So now let's compare strengths and weaknesses. People who are laying the ambush generally have a massive advantage. But you have to remember that TLA don't have to win all the fights, they only have to get one of their people through with one VIP. So it's really not in their best interest to just sit there and fight us and try to take us all out. If they're smart, they're going to fight as little as possible. The snipers on both sides are going to have an issue in that with the current build of the game, bullet splash does not show up beyond about 200 or 300 meters. So what that means is when you fire a bullet into the distance, you can't see it land, meaning that you can't adjust your shot. The only way you can tell if you've hit someone is if you see them dropping. Though it's a problem for both sides, that definitely works in favour of TLA. Something SG1 was a little bit worried about was the weather. We were really hoping it wasn't going to rain. Luckily it didn't, but there was another small problem in that they were coming at us from the direction of the sun, so the sun's hitting their backs and going straight into our eyes, which isn't a big deal, but it's a bit annoying. Another factor, and probably the biggest one, is that TLA are far more experienced in working as a group than SG1. We've been trying to get organised and work better as a team over the last couple of months, but they have a lot more experience, and even a few members who serve in the military or have served in the military. No one really knew if that would be enough to overcome the massive advantage an ambush gives you, but if you watch the next couple of episodes, you'll find out.